We are here, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. Yes, that was WIFA second edition, and I am here. I am not alone. I am here with Dr. Susan Getimu. I am excited. Of course, it's always a pleasure to have her on set. We are talking WIFA edition 3. I am super excited. I am ready for this one, and we are going to discuss all matters women in film right about now. Dr. Susan, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Yes. I am sure you have been in the hustle and bustle of planning WIFA. So how is your Monday morning?
Beautiful. Looking forward to the event.
Yes, really. I am definitely excited for that one. I want you to say hi to guys at home. It doesn't feel like a year later, you know.
Yeah, it feels like just like yesterday.
Exactly. Yeah, so I want you to say hello to guys at home. Tell us who you are, how you are affiliated with WIFA, and alafu we will dive right in.
Okay. I'm Dr. Susan Getimu. I'm a lecturer here at KU, yes. And I'm also now the Awards Director, Women in Film Awards.
Yes.
Yes. Amazing.
I like that. This is Dr. Susan Getimu, guys. We are talking matters WIFA. Now, for someone who is probably watching for the first time or has been living under a rock somewhere because I don't understand how they have not heard about WIFA, just tell us in brief, what is WIFA? What is WIFA involved in?
Now, WIFA stands for Women in Film Awards, and what we do is we celebrate women filmmakers in Kenya. And we had the first edition in 2020.
Yes.
And the main purpose of WIFA is to celebrate women filmmakers, because we realized that indeed women filmmakers are doing quite a lot in the industry.
Yes.
And their work needs to be appreciated, and their work needs to be celebrated.
Exactly. Yes. Amazing. Now, it is exciting that you had WIFA, the first edition and the second edition, in the midst of COVID. Like, I mean, that had to be a little bit of more stress than it is. So are you feeling a bit better right now, because we feel like we are in a good place matters COVID-19 updates? How are you feeling about that arrangement?
Having done WIFA during that COVID season actually even brought us to the theme of WIFA this year. Nevertheless, she persisted. Yes. So this year we are celebrating women of courage, character, and commitment. Yes. Women, despite the challenges that were put there by COVID, we were still able to push on.
Exactly.
And these women were still able to make films that we are now enjoying now as we are back to work, but you're still enjoying these films. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Also, would you say that COVID-19 acted as, what would I call it, a breeding ground for films, for writers, directors, of course, women, to sit back, and assess their work and bring new ideas, give birth to new ideas that we are now enjoying now?
Now, interestingly, when COVID came, personally, probably many people thought that filmmaking is going to, or films will probably die or something like that.
Yes.
Because it is a collaborative process. You need to meet, you need to do these things together. But despite COVID, we have seen so many films premiere during this particular season.
Yes.
Yeah. It is during this season that we saw even films premiere in Netflix.
Yes.
It is during this season that filmmakers went on with their pre-production.
Exactly.
And now the films that we are seeing right now, they are even much better than even what we had before.
Yes.
So yes, we can say that particular period was like a breeding period.
Yes.
Like, they just needed to probably sit back and reflect and re-energize.
Yes.
And instead of having the pandemic affect the industry negatively, actually the pandemic actually even has made the industry blossom even more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, because I feel like the film industry is always moving, always on the move. You're on pre-production, you're doing the actual production, you're on post-production. Like, it's a very fast-moving industry. So I feel like COVID kind of forced us to slow down a little bit and get time to be creative, which is what women in film are naturally good at. So yes, in the year that has been, how would you say women are faring in film between the second edition and now the third edition? What are some of the significant improvements you have seen for women in film?
One of the significant improvements I can say is women filmmakers coming out now boldly to say, I am a cinematographer.
Yes.
I am a set designer. Yeah, like that was a challenge that we had in the first edition, knowing exactly what does one do.
Yes.
But that edition, I can say that we are now able to recognize these women filmmakers and the works that they are doing. Something you've said about creativity, and I need to mention this. With filmmakers, film is an art.
Yes.
And we will adapt to whatever it is that is happening in the society.
Exactly.
There is a film that premiered last year, Tales of an Accidental City.
Yes.
The film tells the story of a psychologist or something, and she takes through her clients through an anger management session.
Yes.
Through Zoom.
Yes.
Yeah, that whole concept of the fact that we have gone online.
Exactly.
Everything was being done online.
Yes.
Yeah. So a coach, as in taking through her clients through an anger management session through Zoom.
Via Zoom.
For me, I thought that was a very beautiful way of using whatever it is that is happening now and turning it now around to something that we can really enjoy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I feel we are called the mirror of the society. So what are we except adaptive? We have to understand what is happening in the moment and actually mirror that. What are some of the lessons that you picked up from WIFA Edition 1 or WIFA Edition 2 that you would like to implement in WIFA Edition 3?
Of course, with every edition, there's always something to learn. And one of the things is always persistence.
Yes.
It is never easy to bring people together and have a common agenda. So one thing is to encourage even more and more people to come on board to celebrate women filmmakers, because once you empower a woman, you've actually empowered a society at the end of the day.
Yes.
And also women will tell their stories in a different way, probably from how the world sees it. Yeah. So one of the things that we have also brought forward is now we would also want now to go into more of training.
Exactly.
Having sessions for women filmmakers. I know this is something that we had as an idea previously, but because of lockdown and whatever happened during the COVID period, we were unable to go along with that. But also having workshops whereby we can be able to train women filmmakers in variety of things.
Yes.
And without preempting so much, there's one that is coming up very soon.
Yes.
And I am sure that women filmmakers are definitely going to benefit from this.
Yes. Amazing. That would lead me to my next question, which you've already answered. How are these women who are being nominated and winning in WIFA, what are some of the positive impacts that has come with that? Or you have seen a winner and now you can see from the time they won probably the first edition or the second edition, they have had some positive movement in their career because of WIFA.
Now, what I can say is the minute you recognize somebody's work, that means that you encourage that person to move even more, to do even more in whatever it is that they are doing. So, and like I said, we've seen now even more women filmmakers come out boldly and say, this is what I am doing.
Exactly.
We have seen bios change online. Instagram bios, Facebook bios, and Twitter bios change, and someone coming out boldly to say, this is what I am doing. The other thing is linking these women filmmakers to people that they can be able to work with. And there was a time someone called me, and he was a filmmaker from Germany, and he had identified women filmmakers from the Women in Film diary that we come up with.
Amazing.
And he was like, I have identified these women filmmakers, and I would like, when I come to Kenya to make a film that now here it is under pre-production, I would like to come and work with these women filmmakers. And so he was requesting for their contacts. So what I did is I approached these women filmmakers and I told them of what this director had said. And so I requested their permission if I can give their contacts to him. And now from there, they can now be able to start a conversation. So other than just celebrating them, then again, we see that Women in Film Awards is also bridging that gap between sort of bridging the gap between the woman filmmaker and other people that they can also be able to work with.
So generally networking them, giving them an opportunity to meet people who they would have previously not being able to meet. I like that.
Yes.
What are some of the other activities that WIFA is involved in now that we know the major is awarding and recognizing, but I know there is a lot of work that happens on the background? What are some of the other activities that WIFA is involved in?
For right now, we have the awards, and we have the Women in Film Diary.
Yes.
Like I'd said, the Women in Film Diary profiles women filmmakers.
Yes.
And of course, this year we still have the second edition, profiling again over 40 women filmmakers. And also this year we also included women-led filmmaking firms.
Yes.
Because then again, these women filmmakers, they still need marketers, marketing and distribution. They still need to know of different production houses that, if, like, let's say they want to hire equipment, or even someone who wants to go for training.
Exactly.
You know,
yes.
Because even training, everything starts from training. So including these women-led organizations in the bio, we felt it is a way of still linking the women to whatever it is, to the services that they particularly need.
Yeah.
And now moving forward, now we are talking about training.
Yeah.
And like I said, now we have the very first one that is in the pipeline, and we hope it is going to come up very soon.
Exactly. Yeah. I like that. Who are some of the partners that WIFA works with? Because I know there are many, but that is generally your job to network as many fields as possible. Yes. Who are some of your partners, and could you appreciate them, you know, for being...
Of course, every year, we look for partners. I can say Kenya Film Commission has always been there for us. And not just, by the way, as WIFA. I think Kenya Film Commission has, even with the empowerment program that they have really impacted on the filmmaking in Kenya. Our this year's sponsors, we have media, we have My Movies Africa. My Movies Africa, they are an online platform that screens film. We have MultiChoice, talent, MultiChoice, both MultiChoice and MultiChoice Talent Factory. Yes. We also have Media Pros Africa. We have Pace Code. Pace Code is an online platform that is doing our social media activities. Gosh, am I forgetting some?
Yeah, I know. In case,
there are quite a number of them.
Because and I know they are
I am so grateful that they have come on board and they are with us during this particular process. Yeah. And I also look forward to having a very beautiful event.
Exactly. Yeah. All of the partners mentioned and any that might have been forgotten. Thank you so much. You guys are part of a bigger agenda. You're part of a bigger movement that is contributing to very positive change in the film industry and for women in the film industry. Now that we have been here with you a couple of times, how do you feel the Kenyan film industry is looking like right now? One, let's start for women before we go generally. How is the Kenyan film industry looking like, probably compare it to before WIFA happened and now?
I think we are seeing narratives change. Yes. We are seeing more women filmmakers even take up roles that probably they would not take. But also we cannot avoid to shy or pretend that sometimes we feel like women filmmakers avoid some of these technical roles like lighting or cinematography. Yes. And as WIFA, we feel that these women should not shy from these particular roles. Yes. And I would say this because even when you look at these awards, the third awards, we did not have a nominee for lighting. Yes. We did not have a nominee for cinematography. Yeah, and the question is why? Exactly. Is it that women filmmakers are shying away from these technical roles, or is it that we are still being modest? We don't want to brag. This is what we are doing. Yes. It does not mean that there are no women filmmakers out there who are doing lighting. It does not mean that there are no women filmmakers out there who are doing cinematography. Yes. And then again, I'd also say, I think the Kenyan industry, we are now watching local films. Yes. And why are we all watching local films? Because even the stories, they have improved quite a lot. Yes. Yeah. And that is why when we put out a nomination, we get over we got, like this time around, we got over 3,000 as in people who responded to the nomination.
Yes.
And when it came to voting, we got over 14,000 people who voted for these particular women.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we are seeing a situation whereby slowly and steadily, women filmmakers are actually impacting the industry, and the audience is also watching, and that is one thing I like about WIFA, as in, because the whole idea is we see you, we are seeing what you are doing.
Exactly.
That is why our process starts from the audience.
It
is the audience that nominates. So if an audience has not watched, that means something there's actually something that is missing.
Exactly.
But the fact that we are getting these nominations, that means that the Kenyan audience is also watching our Kenyan films.
Yes. I mean, I saw the nominations before I even landed on WIFA's page to know the nominations are going on. I saw them, from very random pages of people voting, of people out there. So you can feel this thing is impacting. It is impacting people out there. And I saw one, two, another person who was nominated for a certain category post, another fan posting for their friends, and you can feel it is, because numbers don't lie. At the end of the day, the people who are going to vote, the people who are going to come to to enjoy those films, the people who go for all those premieres, that is where the truth really lies. And I can honestly say Kenyan film has improved greatly. I want us to begin to wrap it up a bit. Are there new categories in the third edition of WIFA?
Yes. I think every year after we've gone through WIFA, one of the feedback we get is that you are failing to recognize women filmmakers in this category.
Yes.
And of course, we would wish to recognize as many women filmmakers in many different categories.
Yes.
And that is something that we are going to build slowly by slowly. So this year, we put out 24 categories.
Yes.
But like I said, some categories did not get nominations. So we will not have any winners in those two categories. So right now we have 22 categories. The new categories that we brought on board is child actress, because we felt these young girls are doing such a great job, and we just want to celebrate them all by themselves.
Yes.
Yeah. So we have the child actress. We also have digital content creator.
Exactly.
Women are really creating content out there.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think that is one of the categories that really excited people.
Yes.
That one really excited people. And then the other category that we introduced is documentary film.
Yes.
Sometimes we focus so much on feature film and we forget about documentary film also as a form of film. So we included the documentary producer. And then we also have the human rights producer. Although with the human rights producer, we did not get any submissions.
Yes.
And I will not say that there are no women filmmakers who are making such films.
Yes.
Because I remember when I attended the Under Our Skin Film Festival, and Under Our Skin Film Festival is about human rights. There were so many Kenyan films that were screened there.
Exactly.
Yeah. So probably the issue is these films we have not been exposed to them as an audience, even to identify them as human rights films.
Exactly.
But we will keep adding on new categories so that we can be able to celebrate women filmmakers in as many categories as possible.
Yeah. Thank you. I truly appreciate that. I appreciate that you guys are seeing these categories, and bringing in, because every woman that is in film is doing something, and that something falls under a certain category. So recognition for them is very important. So when will WIFA be taking place? The when, the where?
Okay, so the third edition of WIFA will be taking place this Wednesday at the Kenya National Theatre. It is just a day after International Women's Day.
Exactly.
So it kind of feels good.
Yes, so we're still
just extending the International Women's Day.
Exactly.
And also Wednesday is Ladies' Night.
Yes.
So,
we are ready. it couldn't have come at a better time.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. So it is taking place this Wednesday. We open at 5 p.m.
Yes.
From 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. It It is networking and cocktails.
Yes.
And then from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. it is the Gala Awards.
Yes.
We'll have the awards at the Kenyan National Theatre. Again, thank you, Kenyan National Theatre, for hosting us for the third time. It is a beautiful location, and we hope to really have a good time.
Yes. Who is invited?
Do I preempt?
Okay. No, not in terms of the guests you have for us. I mean, is anyone watching? Could they come?
No, it is invite only.
Yes.
So we have the nominees and the plus ones,
yes.
and then the other guests.
Yes.
But also the awards would be running on our social media pages.
Thank you.
So yeah, if you don't get there, then you'll still get a chance of enjoying.
You'll still get a chance to watch. Can you give us those online social media pages?
So on Facebook, we are Women in Film Awards.
Yes.
And also on Instagram, we are Women in Film Awards.
Yes. So Women in Film Awards, guys. WIFA in short, WIFA. And you can be able to catch the nominations. I'm sure it is going to be amazing. Because you have refused to preempt who will be there, what is the dress code for the event?
We are women.
Yes.
So definitely elegant.
Yes, okay. Yeah, it goes without saying. So elegant, just dress elegantly. I am sure we are going to have a fantastic time. Please follow WIFA on Facebook and on Instagram. Women in Film Awards. You are going to love it. You are going to love each and every bit of it. If you hear the theme, the dress code is elegant, it is because everything is so elegantly put together. You will love it. All right, and then it comes after. Yes, International Women's Day. So we're just extending that celebration. Exactly. And because of that, I want to give you an opportunity to celebrate International Women's Day. Who would you like to celebrate? Of course, all the women in WIFA. But I want to give you an opportunity to celebrate women in your life for International Women's Day, even as you invite people to watch the WIFA Awards.
Okay, so let's just say every girl will start with celebrating her mother.
Yes.
Yeah. But then again, I would also want to celebrate my friends. I have Dr. Zipporah. Yes. I have Sukiwanza. They have really been very good friends. And also the team that is organizing WIFA.
Exactly.
They are phenomenal women. Yeah?
Yes.
So, and every other woman who has been nominated, every other woman who is not giving up.
Yes.
Every other woman who is persisting in whatever it is that they are doing, not necessarily filmmaking, anything else that you are doing, and you are waking up every day and pushing, do not give up.
Exactly.
Yeah. So all these women, I celebrate them all.
Exactly. Yeah. Thank you so much, Dr. Gitimo, for joining us. It is always a pleasure to have you, because I know you are out there working tirelessly to see women in film prosper. So for that, I appreciate. Thank you so much for joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be there. So do not worry. In case you miss it on all the platforms, watch out for next Monday. We leave a slot, by the way. We come, we collect our pieces and put them together, and we will come and showcase what WIFA edition 3 was like. So stick around, okay? Stick around on Art and Culture Monday. Stick around for KUTV. Watch out for all of us, all right? We are going to take a very short break. After that, we have had a lot of information. You guys have taken it in graciously. So we are going to come back with some entertainment, and you are going to love it.